Benito Mussolini's rise to power and his eventual downfall are key events in the history of Italy and World War II. Below is a detailed overview of these events. Early life and political beginnings. Born on July 29, 1883, in Predapio, Italy, Mussolini grew up in a socialist family. His father was a blacksmith and an ardent socialist, influencing Mussolini's early political beliefs. Career as a journalist. Mussolini worked as a journalist and editor for socialist newspapers, which brought him into contact with the political issues of the day and allowed him to develop his rhetorical skills. World War I and shift to fascism. World War I. Mussolini initially opposed Italy's involvement in World War I, aligning with the socialist stance. However, he later changed his position, advocating for Italy's entry into the war to gain territories and influence. Formation of the Fasci. After being expelled from the Socialist Party, Mussolini formed the Fasci Italiani di Combattimento in 1919, a nationalist and militaristic movement that laid the foundation for the Fascist Party. Political instability. Post-war Italy was marked by social unrest, economic difficulties, and political instability. Mussolini capitalized on these conditions by promising to restore order and revive Italy's national pride. March on Rome. In October 1922, Mussolini and his followers organized the March on Rome, a coup d'état attempt that led King Victor Emmanuel III to invite Mussolini to form a government, fearing a civil war. Mussolini was appointed Prime Minister on October 31, 1922. Authoritarian regime. Mussolini gradually dismantled democratic institutions, suppressing opposition parties, curtailing press freedom, and establishing a dictatorship by 1925. Cult of personality. He promoted a cult of personality, portraying himself as Il Duce, the leader, and propagating fascist ideology through state-controlled media and education. World War II and alliance with Nazi Germany. Axis powers. Mussolini aligned Italy with Nazi Germany, forming the Axis powers along with Imperial Japan. This alliance was formalized through the Pact of Steel in 1939. Military campaigns. Italy's military campaigns in Greece, North Africa, and the Soviet Union were largely unsuccessful, revealing the weaknesses of Mussolini's regime and military forces. Internal opposition and invasion of Italy. Growing discontent. As the war progressed, public dissatisfaction with Mussolini's leadership grew due to military failures and economic hardships. Allied invasion. In July 1943, the Allies invaded Sicily, signaling the imminent threat to the Italian mainland. Vote of no confidence. On July 25, 1943, the Grand Council of Fascism voted against Mussolini, leading King Victor Emmanuel III to dismiss him from office and have him arrested. Italian armistice. Italy signed an armistice with the Allies on September 8, 1943, effectively ending its participation in the Axis alliance. German rescue and puppet state. Rescue by Nazis. Mussolini was rescued by German forces in a daring raid led by Otto Scorzani on September 12, 1943. Italian Social Republic. He was installed as the head of a puppet state in northern Italy, the Italian Social Republic, RSI, but had little real power. Final capture and execution. Partisan capture. As the Allies advanced in 1945, Mussolini attempted to flee to Switzerland but was captured by Italian partisans on April 27, 1945. Execution. Mussolini was executed by firing squad on April 28, 1945, in the small village of Giulino de Mazegra. His body was displayed publicly in Milan, marking the end of his influence and the fascist regime in Italy. Mussolini's rise and fall illustrate the dynamics of early 20th-century European politics, the impact of charismatic leadership, and the consequences of totalitarian regimes. His legacy remains controversial, with debates about his role in Italian history continuing to this day. Fascism should more appropriately be called corporatism because it is a merger of state and corporate power. Benito Mussolini,